Hey guys, today I introduce a healthy 4 kind of Japanese side dish. Japanese cuisine is often associated with healthiness, and today I introduce 4 side dishes based on soy sauce, salt, miso, and mayonnaise. These dishes are not only delicious but also very healthy, so please consider adding one to your meal today. So let's get started! First, let's start with a miso-based side dish. Begin by removing the tip of eggplant. This part is tough, so it's best to remove it. Then, cut the eggplant in half lengthwise. Cutting it first will create a flat surface and stability, so I recommend cutting in lengthwise first. Next, cut it to match the size of bell pepper. For mine, dividing it into the third worked well. Then, place it vertically and cut it into 5mm slices. Matching the size with the bell pepper creates a sense of unity when eating. Eggplant goes very well with miso, so I recommend using eggplant in miso dishes other than this one as well. I will introduce more of the recipe in the future, so please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss them. Now that all eggplant is sliced, let's move on to the bell pepper. First, cut the bell pepper in half lengthwise. This will expose the seeds inside, so remove them. Leaving the seeds can cause a splattering when cooking, so it's recommended to remove them cleanly. Once all seeds are removed, stack about 3 pieces and press them to flatten. It's safer to flatten them than to leave them in the original shape, as a knife can slip when cutting. Then cut them vertically into 5mm slices, similar to eggplant. Next, prepare the seasoning. Prepare about 1 teaspoon of miso and add it to the container. Then, add about 1 tablespoon of water to dissolve the miso. It's important to dissolve the miso in the water first before adding it to the stir-fried ingredient to prevent uneven seasoning. Once everything is dissolved, let's stir-fry the ingredients. Add about 1 tablespoon of oil to the frying pan and spread it evenly over medium heat. Once the pan is heated, add the eggplant and stir fry. Eggplant contains a lot of moisture, so it's better to stir fry it slightly earlier than the bell peppers. When the eggplant is cooked through and becomes soft, add the bell peppers and continue stir frying. When the bell pepper has some browning, add the dissolved miso and mix for about 10 seconds. Only 10 seconds! Finally, let's plate it up. The miso stir fry with the eggplant and bell pepper is complete. Next, let's move on to the salt-based side dish. Start by cutting the cabbage. About 100 grams of cabbage should be enough. Remove the tough stem first. Then, cut it into bite-sized pieces. Cut it into about 3 cm square works well. Once you've cut the cabbage, wash it once. Next, add about 1 tablespoon of oil to the frying pan and heat it over medium heat. When the pan is hot, add the cabbage and stir fry it. We want to achieve a bit browning, so try not to move the cabbage too much when stir frying. Check the browning by flipping it over. and let it sit for a while. Repeat this process until the cabbage is browned. This step can also done in the microwave, but using the frying pan gives the cabbage a nice crispy texture. Now that cabbage is stir fried, transfer it to the container. While it's still warm, add a pinch of salt. Then tear up some seaweed and add about 1 tablespoon of sesame oil and mix well. Sesame oil loses aroma when heated, so it's best to add after stir frying. Finally, when plated, salted seaweed cabbage is complete! Next, let's move on to the soy sauce-based side dish. First, we will prepare the spinach. Cut off the bottom part where dirt tends to accumulate. Then wash it thoroughly to remove any dirt. Next, cut it into about 5 cm width. Then heat some water in the frying pan until it boils. Once you see these small bubbles, it's ready! Start by boiling the slightly tough stem part first. Spinach is a rich nutrient like iron, but if boiled too long, the nutrient can leach out. So it's best to boil for a short time. After about 30 seconds of boiling the stem, add the leafy part and boil for another 15 seconds. Then, immediately remove from the heat and drain using a colander. Since we've only boiled it for a short time, the nutrients remain intact and the flavor is preserved. Let it cool for a bit. Then squeeze out the excess water. Grate the spinach. Add about 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. Finally, sprinkle some bonito flake on top. The spinach ohitashi is ready! Lastly, let's make the mayonnaise-based side dish. Since this doesn't require cooking, it will be ready in under 1 minute. Start by cutting the tomato. First, cut the tomato in half. Leave the stem part as it's tough. Also leave the tough bottom part. Place the cut side down for stability, then cut it into 2 cm squares. Tomato has tough skin and soft inside, so gently slice through the skin without crushing the tomato. Once all tomatoes are cut, add a canned tuna. Canned tuna are famous in Japan, but I'm sure they are available where you are too. It's good to keep them stocked as they are great for emergency meals. Then add 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise and small amount of salt. Mix everything well until evenly combined. Once everything is mixed, it's ready! Plate the tuna tomato mayonnaise salad. It's complete!
So let's いただきます。
First, try the miso stir fry. The aroma of miso and the umami of the vegetable are delicious. Next, the tomato mayonnaise. The sweetness of tomato and tuna mayonnaise blend together perfectly. Then the salted cabbage. The salt enhances the natural sweetness of the cabbage, making it incredibly tasty. Lastly, the spinach ohitashi. The combination of bonito flake and soy sauce flavor is amazing. These dishes are all healthy and delicious that your body will thank you. And they are incredibly easy to make. Why not try making them for tonight's dinner? Enjoy! Thank you for watching until the end. I'll introduce Japanese cuisine. Please subscribe this channel so you don't miss it. See you next time!